Hello guys, it's Noskafi here of the Kabiola. Welcome to my channel and hi aspiring international nurses. How are you all doing? So today I'll be talking about some mistakes people make when they go for their OSCE examinations. You all know I deal with mental health OSCE in particular, but today this mistakes is not just for people who are taking the mental health nursing or skill examination. Even if it's adult nursing, you're going to benefit from it. So stay tuned. So a few days back, someone reached out to me to tell me what they've done when they went for their mental health or skill, and they felt it's something they shouldn't have done. Definitely, I also know this is something you shouldn't have done because one thing with the NMCUK is there are some mistakes that they can just let go, but there are some mistakes that they do not overlook. There are some things that if you don't do it, I'm sorry, I don't know how better to say, how best to say this, but that might land you or fail in that station. So it is very important that we take caution when we go for the OSCE examination. And it's best if you know these things while practicing so that you practice well when you're still practicing. And then when you go for your examination on the examination that you're confident in what you know. And yes, you get to ace your examination. So without wasting further time, I'm going to start with the list 10, which is you reading your scenario very well. I know most people are in a haste to finish on time and all of that, but you should have done your time management properly when you're still practicing before going for the main examinations. Sometimes people tend to say something different from the questions that they are being asked, and at the end of the day, they end up going back for that station. So please read your scenario very well. Next is you performing your 7 steps of nursing. Guys, it is very important. Now the cheat is in some stations you get to use the whole 7 steps of nursing, while in some stations you don't get to use the whole 7 steps. But there's no station you go in the OSCE examination that you will not use your 7 steps of nursing. So please, I'm begging you, practice your 7 steps of nursing and ensure you know how to use them before going for the main examinations. For those who don't really know about the 7 steps of nursing, I'm going to make another video talking about the 7 steps of nursing. Another thing is you need to follow instructions. Please, it's easy. It would take you less than 30 seconds to read through the instructions on your question paper. Ensure you understand what it's saying. Just follow the protocol as they've laid it down. Then please make sure you're listening to your patient, or the person that is there acting the patient aside the examiner would actually give you more hints, because you might feel you have the scenario with you. There's some information that might be missing from what you have with you, and they have it. So it's best when you listen to them because they might be giving you tips on what to do next. And please ask for their suggestions. Don't just go imposing what you want to be done for them. Remember, you're trying to provide a patient centered care. And when you talk about a patient centered care, you're ensuring that you're engaging the patient completely. You want to make sure that the patient is involved. You want to make sure that the patient is contributing one way or the other. So please ask for their suggestion. Oh, Mr. Brown, I can see you noted earlier, or you said earlier that you've not been sleeping or you're experiencing insomnia. How do you think we can, or I can assist you so I can discuss with the team and find a solution to that? What do you think we can do to make this better? Or the patient might tell you, oh, help me do this would make me go to bed or get more sleep. Help me do this. And then you now add your own suggestions. So please try to engage the patient as much as you can and listen to them. Don't just read to them, don't just read what you have, and you know what I'm talking about. You also want to ensure that you're seeking consent from the patient. Don't just go there and just start doing things. Seek consent from the patient. Ensure that the patient has given you a go ahead to carry on the care you're there to carry on, or to do whatsoever you're there to do. Don't act like the person there is a robot. Do you understand? So please try as much as you can to seek consent before doing anything for the patient, and even before touching the patient. So for example, now if you seek consent from the patient from the get-go and during the process of the care you're rendering to the patient, it requires you touching the patient, or please ask the patient if they want to be touched. That goes a long way. So try and seek consent as much as you can while carrying out a care for the patient. The next thing I would like to talk about is you checking the patient's identity. Please and please ensure you check the patient's identity. Checking the patient's identity is very important. I know you've read through your scenario, but when you go to the patient, cross check, please. It's either you get a hospital setting or community setting, regardless, you still have to do your identity checks on the patient. And I think what you're looking for when it's a community patient is different from what you're looking for when it's a patient in the hospital. I'm going to make a short video on that too later so that you get this right. So please do your identity check. And most importantly, guys, documentation. People go there, do things, and they end up not documenting. Documentation is very important. The NMCUK would never overlook documentation. They would never. So take for example your implementation station, you did everything, your process was good, and you end up not documenting anything. That means you've not done anything in that station. So when I get people say, oh, I was giving the IM intramuscular injection on my station and then I did everything well, but before I could document, the time was up. What? That means you're going back for that station, darling. Love, you need to do the needful. Documentation is very, very important. I've had people go and they have to go again because of documentation. You please ensure you document whatever it is that needs to be documented before the time runs out. And that's where you being a good time manager comes in, because while practicing, you should be able to do all of this before you run out of time. And the truth is, the timings are enough, honestly speaking. So please, documentation is one thing that you do not want to forget. Let's endeavor to document when we go for I hope you've learned something from this video. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, and of course I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.